Ahoy! Today we have accomplished our second dream life goal. On this goal, we visited the tea plantation in the province of Rize. Well, and we enjoyed it in very authentic traditional way, in very rainy weather.
And we decided to climb to a Mount Kačkar. We of course checked the weather in advance, but we still got caught in the rain.
You could say that we are tea addicts. Yes, there couldn't be a beginning of the day without us drinking a good cup of the leaf tea. So we have planned our travel in Turkey, and one of the main places in our expedition was definitely region of Rize. Our tea adventure in Turkey have started in a city named Rize, which is a center of Turkish tea industry, which produces tea, and its name is Rize.
How simple. Love it.
The first factory for tea leaf processing was built at 1947 by company Kaçkar. In the city Rize, we have visited tea market and also local lookout tower, which was in the shape of Turkish tea glass.
Here, tea is served at any time and at any opportunity. Even the town and villages start renaming themselves in order to contain a name of tea in them. Tea is called here like we do at home, chai.
Tea got in Turkey at 19th century. The Ottoman Sultan Abdulhamid II was also a tea addict, and he ordered to bring here tea plant seeds from Japan. But chai, in large quantities, started to be grown here around 1920s. And today, after those 100 years, it has become more popular with the locals than the well-known Turkish coffee.
We just had to visit some of the tea plantations up close. So we found a nice place at the waterfall Agaran, and the road was how else?
Too narrow, slippery, too steep.
Look, but we managed to drive it up and down, didn't we?
Local regions have ideal climate for growing chai. At winter, snow covers and protect local tea bushes, and in summer it usually rains here every third day.
Well, in our case, excluding the first day, it rained. Every single day. Chai harvest was in full swing, and on plantation they have an interesting way of transportation, which they use to send the large bags filled with tea straight to road. It doesn't always work out. From the green plantation we have moved to mountains on which the autumn have already set in. In the mountain range Kaçkar is a mountain named Kaçkar, which is 3,937 meters high. And below the peak at the 3,000 meters there are glacial lakes, which we decided to visit.
The road was this time complicated because of our Czechoslovakian Wolfdog Adri, and that's because he looked like a wolf. The hike to the lakes was originally supposed to be around 4 kilometers. But the road started to get more adventurous, and when we drove the van onto the forest road, I said, "Nope, we will walk from here." Jacob initially protested, claiming that Gekon would make it, but I don't know if my nerves would make it.
So our journey stretched now for 10 kilometers. Therefore, I don't think Atri was the only one who complicated our journey at that moment. Our trip took us through 2 small mountain villages, and there was that problem. The moment we approached the first village, a massive dog with a spiky collar started barking at us. It was a masculine mountain Kangal, which is used to protect the farm from the wild animals.
And especially before the wolves. That sight froze me to the ground, and I was unable to move.
So I had to act. I took the quarterstaff with which we set out just for such cases. Leah grabbed Adri by his coat so that he wouldn't be aggressive against him, and we moved forward. Fortunately, the dog only watched us from a distance and followed us along the path for a while and then went back.
Well, a bigger problem arose at the second farm, because the dog that was guarding here was obviously already angry. He ran towards to us and went to kill, yes, you heard correctly, kill the wolf that came with us. I grabbed Adri around the neck and walked away with him very briskly.
Well, and I ran out with the staff against him and stood in his way, but the Kangal tried to go around me and get to Leah and Adri. I didn't let him, and I stopped him in every attempt. I could see in his eyes he didn't understand why I was trying to stop him. He just wanted to do his job, which he was trained for. And suddenly,
Ahmed
was heard from the farm. The lady owner tried to call him back in a soothing voice.
Fortunately, the dog stopped. I almost had a heart attack, and we still had to go up and then back. But with a few breaks, we reached the lakes, and the ascent was definitely worth it. We had tea, Jacob filmed with the drone, and I had a little exercise. It was time to go down.
Well, it was about time, because the weather changed very quickly and the storm was coming. We descended closer to a village, but Leah didn't want to try another experience with little Ahmed, so she went to see if someone would drive us down. Me with Adri preferred to wait outside to avoid another mountain monster. And soon the car, never mind, a bus arrived.
Using my English Turkish, I negotiated a ride for a few liras. One local tavern owner took a pity on us and was the only one willing to take a dog, a Wolfdog. So the way down was already full of smiles, laugh and good mood.
No news, no.
Gerçekten bu kadar. Ana kurt babası karışık.
When we arrive at the van, our savior began to wonder why we didn't drive up with our own car. Well, in order to explain that situation, the only thing what I had to do was just point at Leah, and he understood. We thanked the driver and paid him a little bit more than he actually asked for. O bože mě, zima.
Pokud ještě někdy pojedeme do Turecka a budeme takhle chodit po horách, pořídím si pepřák na psy. Nebo na medvědy rovnou a schytaj medvědí dávku, protože tohle není pes, je poloviční medvěd. And to add to the adventures, we decided to eat at a restaurant on the way from Kačkar. The owner was willing to let us sit outside with the dog, so we wrapped ourselves in a blanket and looked forward to a good meal. Už máš čajík?
Ano.
At one point, Adri saw a small child behind the glass of the restaurant and watched him very closely.
The child was obviously afraid of him, but that didn't stop him from following Adri. After a while, the owner of the restaurant asked if we could cut some of the Adri hair fur for him.
Okay.
We didn't understand why, but we gave him a few hairs anyway.
He brought them to the child, lit the hairs on fire, and let the little boy inhale the smoke. After a while, he came to sit with us and explained this strange tradition. When a child has fear from animal, he needs to inhale the smoke from the burnt fur in order to stop being afraid.
It is said that they also do this with the human hair when a child is afraid of a certain person.
Afiyet olsun. Teşekkür ederim. Kamera kayıtta.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Well, next episode we have a trip to Georgia, and the road there probably won't be a walk in the park either. But that's all for today. Until then, hoi!